All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatir from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this sit down was inspired by a video that I saw on TikTok in regards to the small hatters' desperate attempt to still try to control the narrative. Okay? As we all know, with many of the things that the small hatters do, they try to control the narrative. This is why, for years, they have spent a lot of money in making sure that they make strategic acquisitions when it comes to movie studios, television stations, social media, apps, certain pages on the internet. Okay, and all these things were done for the small hatters to make sure that they control the narrative, that they can control what we see and what we hear, and it may be in a lot of cases what we may feel about a certain topic, especially when it comes to them doing their underhanded deeds, which they also use their media to cover up such wicked deeds. All right. And in this video that you're about to see, the woman is going to explain how the small hatters have lost so much control of the narrative about what's going over there between Iran and Israel that now they are going so far to destroy cameras within the city. Man, it's hey man, this is heavy. So we're gonna let this video play, and then we'll get some scriptures.
Is cutting camera feeds across occupied Palestine to conceal the extent of damage that they're taking from Iranian strikes. Israeli occupation forces are smashing surveillance cameras across Tel Aviv and other occupied cities as part of a media blackout policy aimed at concealing the amount of damage from Iranian missile strikes. Israel is controlling the information so tightly that they are receiving a beating from Iran and Hezbollah right now. The damage inflicted on Tel Aviv is intense, and the attacks are relentless. These are not just one-off hits. And because it is so bad, Israeli authorities are restricting coverage to protect the narrative that they are somehow winning in the war against Iran. Israel is doing such a disciplined job at hiding footage of damage because they don't want you to know that the destruction of their early warning equipment has completely slashed the Iron Dome's effectiveness down to almost nothing. There are such strict limitations on media coverage right now. Military censorship limits the amount of coverage that can be done on strike locations and damages. Journalists are not allowed to access hospitals that contain bodies or to film any destruction. Some missiles are even hitting without warning signs. And some people are even dying in shelters. Israel doesn't want you to know that their shelters are ineffective, their warning systems are ineffective, the Iron Dome, David's sling, are ineffective. They are destroying footage, destroying evidence because they don't want you to know that they are losing.
This is how bad the small hatters are getting their asses whooped. That they're going all throughout Palestine destroying cameras, restricting access. right? They have totally lost control of the narrative because for so many years, with their acquisition of very strategic key media outlets, they've been able to control what we see and what we hear. But now we're at a time where they can no longer hide behind the lies. And it reminds me of something. What's that? Isaiah, is that 28 and 19? Could be wrong, but Isaiah 28 and 15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. All right. Now, we all know the scripture is manifold. I believe this was talking about Jake, if my memory serves me correctly. All right. But this also applies to bad Uncle Esau. Okay. This devil, he increases his desire as hell, as the scripture says, and he cannot be satisfied. This guy, with his mentality, has a history of being dishonest. As the scripture says, and we're going to get back to that, Isaiah 28. All right. See, the scripture tells this in Psalm 58 and 3 that the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear. Okay, this is this devil's mentality. All he does is lie. He has a history of dishonesty. As the scripture we just read, they are born speaking lies. Because with their mentality and what they do, they cannot be honest. They never can be dishonest. You cannot be honest and portray yourself as the moral beacon of light in the world at the same time. If you truly are a devil, but you're trying to, as the scripture says, transform yourself to an angel of light, you can't have people knowing that all the dirt that you're doing. You can't let people know when in this situation how you getting your ass whooped, because that's a sign of weakness. So what do we got to do? We got to hide behind the lies now. And they've gone as far as to start breaking cameras. They don't want any info getting out that is not approved by them. But see, we're at the time where everything this devil does is just going to get exposed. Because if it wasn't for alternative media and other people with hidden sources bringing certain things to light, you know, we still might be kind of questionable on certain things. We know Tel Aviv jacked up. We know a lot of their desalination plants have been destroyed. We know the Iron Dome is completely useless. We know that, as this woman says, folks are dying inside shelters. Folks are fleeing Israel at record numbers because they're not trying to feel that missile fire. All right. These are all things that the small hatters are trying to cover up with the help of their lackey, America, because they're trying to garner patriotism, if you can say that word as it pertains to small hatters. You know, they're trying to garner support with Americans over here so they will go and support the war. But too much stuff has just come out, as I've been saying in the past, probably 2-3 sit downs I've done. Hey, the cat is out the bag and you can't put it back. So that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.